Hello from Paul. Just a very quick video on a feature we've just discovered on ShareScope, which is really handy, so I thought we'd share it with you. As this is concerning the morning news, as you know, I'm trying to develop my own ShareScope setup to give me a fast way of looking at the morning news. So what you're seeing on the right hand side is the morning news for Friday from 7 a.m. and as you can see, it's just masses and masses of RNSs. So I've set up my color coding, as you know. I'll whiz through this because this is repetition. I've set up my color coding to highlight actual trading updates in yellow, so that's quite helpful, but I still have to plow through lots of them. Why has that stopped scrolling? It's come back on. And purple for anything acquisition, and director changes in light blue. So you do this through design, bottom left corner there, design and general. I've just discovered you can change the story zoom, so I always find the text a bit small, so I move that up from 100 to 120 so we can see how that works. And then the highlighting tab here, press pause if you want to copy my yellow color coding. I input each of those terms, and you can just copy that if you're setting up your ShareScope from scratch. Then positive news, this I haven't really developed, but I'm going to add a few more things to that when I can find it. You enter the phrase there and it will then search for it, and this is the key thing here: just the headline, or the story, or both. So it'll look through the whole RNS, each RNS, to look for these keywords and phrases. So useful. And then this is to try and find acquisitions, but it picks up other things usually as well. So anyway, there you are with that. If we scroll a little bit further down in this box, I've just found this, highlight company name in green, which I find really annoying because I know what the company is, so I'm going to uncheck that. So that is, you always find something that you've been looking at. Anyway, let's apply that and click OK. Now, as I've been developing further my so-called, I've given it this name, these are my saved filters, remove all clutter. I'm getting more brutal with what I'm getting it to omit from the RNS. So if I go down, scroll, this is all Fridays with the clutter taken out. Here we are, there's Thursday's closing message and the start of the message. So if we look at what it picks up, you see it's showing me all the results statements, which is what I want, packed pretty closely together. So that is so useful for if you, like me, you just want to review the company results. However, my colleague John flagged up that it's picking up all these nano caps that we don't really want to look at. So he asked Paul H at ShareScope, who's the expert there who can help you. Anybody can contact Paul H. For any support on how you use your ShareScope. It's just, you just have to ask, and he's brilliant. He can set up a Zoom for one-on-one with all paying clients, anyone, so use that support because it's useful. Anyway, my colleague John messaged Paul H and said to him, look, couldn't you insert a column for market caps? Because we don't want in this news list, because we don't want all the nanny caps. He said, you can do that yourself. He said, what you do is you moving to the blue column here, you obviously choose whichever, so LSE shares, so that gives you a list of 1,577, so that's all the companies listed on AIM. Then he said you just set up a filter, which you can do very quickly, apply quick filter, press on that. Add criteria. So you want market cap. Where's that? It'll be somewhere here. General market cap. There we are. Do I have to press on something else? Is there anything? Yes, sorry, there's an OK button below. Right, I've now got the filter for market cap. I don't want to look at anything, say, in my first sweep. I probably don't want to look at anything below, say, 15 million. So we'll apply that, and then look, that's chopped out 400 companies from the list. Now, say you want to go a bit higher to begin with, 25 million. That chops it back to 1,080. You can also add any other criteria to this you want. So add criteria. Maybe we don't want particular sectors. well, we can add all that in later. Company, here you are, sector. And then I'll go down. Now, which sectors don't I want? So sector exclude banks, closed-end investments. I'm pressing control. Oh, I don't have to. And then you toggle them, so you click once and click once to get rid of it. I don't really want electricity, gas, water and utilities. So you can choose all the sectors you don't want to look at. And this is just a quick filter, remember. Life insurance, mining I don't want, where's that? Oil, gas and coal, non-life insurance, open-ended investment vehicles. So you get the gist, precious metals and mining. So I'm excluding. Remember, I could include, but I want to exclude. So that's enough to demonstrate the point. So I'll click on OK and see how the number drops from 1080. Apply. You see it drops down to 700, so that's much more manageable. So you get the idea on doing a quick filter here, or you can set up a permanent filter using apply or manage filter in the same process. So we've filtered it down to 700 companies. Now, this is the clever bit that me and John didn't realize you could do. Click on current list. So I've set up the list here, how I want it for companies I'm interested in. Current list. Now, the news column on the right will only show me the news from those companies. So isn't that fab? So if we scroll right down to the 7 a.m. starting point for the day, look, I've got a much more manageable list. It's got India Growth Capital Growth Fund, so I could see what sector that was in and exclude that. But anyway, this is just to purely demonstrate the point that you click on this current list, you choose the stocks, your universe of stocks here on the left-hand column, and then you click on current list here, and you can toggle to all news, or obviously then you can click on just one thing, and then the current share. That'll give you the news for that company. And I can get rid of, I can either use my remove all clutter thing or exit it by doing that. So that now shows me all the announcement for ScanCell. So anyway, this current list button, that's your superpower to, and setting up a filter to remove the clutter. That is your superpower for filtering the news down to what we actually need to see in a nice compact manner. And it's excluding whatever I choose to exclude here, using the quick filter. So isn't that useful? I thought I would show you that, demonstrate it, and there was something else I wanted to show you, but I've gone blank. Let's pause it. No, I think that was it. So, right, hope that's useful. I'll just do short 10-minute or less videos whenever I find anything interesting to share with you on our journey of discovery on ShareScope. All right then, bye for now. Bye.